Well, I am just very, very thankful to be here today because that means we're still going. And I can't tell you how excited that our team is so that we were able to reach this goal. Obviously, we have a lot of goals throughout the season, and some of those we've hit, some of those we've missed. But I can tell you the ultimate goal for any student athlete in our program is to be able to have a chance to go to the big dance. And I'm just so thankful that this team gets the opportunity to participate in that and have that experience. They have worked really hard for it, and they've been through a lot. So I'm glad to see that they've been rewarded with this experience. Very proud of the Valley in general, getting 4 teams in. You know, I've talked all year about how our conference has just been so tough this year, and it continues to be tough. When we looked at the tournament this week, there were 6 seniors on the court out of 6 teams. So the Valley is going to be tough for a lot of years. So it's very exciting. And Wichita State, Missouri State, Southern, we give them or wish them the best of luck and hope they can make a run in the tournament. Just a really quick, brief synopsis of the conference tournament. I am really proud of how our kids approached the conference tournament this year. All week long in practices, I just felt very different about the air in the gym, the confidence that they had, the attitude that they were bringing, and I thought they did a really good job of not just doing that in practice, but bringing it to the conference tournament as well. We had a match against Illinois State on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and I thought it was just a battle by both teams, a lot of great points, defensive points. Our team specifically had a very balanced offensive attack, so very proud of that effort. We lost the first game very close and were able to bounce back and win the next 3, but just a good quarterfinal match. I think it's been a long time, or I don't remember a quarterfinal match that was that competitive, so just a really fun match to be a part of. And then, of course, we had Wichita State on Friday, a team that the last time we went up against them, we did not have a very good performance, a team that this year we had not taken a set from in either match. So I was really, really proud of our approach. You know, sometimes when you have a younger team, you're not really sure how they're going to go out against a team that has basically handled us the first 2 times we've played them. But I thought our approach was great. We were very confident. We were very focused. And I think that showed in the first 2 games. A lot, again, really long rallies that we were fortunate to be able to come up on the winning end of a lot of those. But just a great effort defensively. And I talk a lot about that transition into offense, and we were able to do that very well as well. After the break, you know, we know Wichita comes out with a lot of different changes, and they came out with completely different things we've never seen on video, but that's what Chris Lamb does. He's very good. He has a lot of confidence in his team to be able to make changes like that. And unfortunately, we didn't do a very good job of adjusting to those changes, not for lack of effort, but I think we just could never catch up to the different offense that they were throwing at us. We made some changes to try to do that, but just weren't executing them the way we needed to, and unfortunately, we're not able to win that match. But I know the scores in the last 3 games may not show it, but I really felt that our kids never gave up. They kept at it and really put forth a great effort to try to win that match. But really proud of that effort. But obviously, the big thing for us now is getting a chance to go on to Minnesota and play in the NCAA tournament. We face Marquette, who's from the Big East Conference. Marquette is a team that has played 2 of our conference teams earlier in the season. They went 5 games and lost to Wichita, and then they beat Missouri State in 3, and that was in early September. So we have a video on them from those matches, but obviously they're a very different team from September, and that video we'll get today to have an opportunity to see what Marquette does. We did see them a little bit in the spring, so we know they are a very big and physical team. Offensively, they have a kid that has averaged over 5 kills a set, so she's obviously going to be somebody that we need to focus on, and then they're very balanced after that. But very big at the net. They're a very good blocking team, so some things we know we'll have to prepare for. But looking forward to watching more video today and coming up with a game plan and giving our best effort as we head to the NCAA tournament. But we know it's not that far to Minnesota, so we would love to see a lot of purple there. I know there's a lot of people talking about it already, but nothing better than to head up there and have a sea of purple for our match against Marquette. Any questions?
Bobbi, how surprising was it that you got into the tournament, or how confident were you after the loss on Friday?
I think going into the conference tournament, and when you look at, we do a lot of looking at different things on the board, and actually Chris Lamb is one of the best at putting things on a big whiteboard and looking how it looks. But we knew that if we won that first match, we did have a chance, obviously a better chance if we would have won that second match. But our RPI actually jumped up. I think we were in the mid-40s for our RPI, so a lot of that is RPI driven, and we had some significant wins. So we knew we had a chance. We knew we were on the bubble, but it was definitely bubble, and there's a lot of bubble teams. So I think, you know, the fact that we were one of the last teams mentioned was very painstaking for the staff and our team, but I couldn't, the emotion in the locker room was just unexplainable. I mean, it went from just long faces as more and more teams are popping up, and obviously 3 of our Valley schools popped up, and then just pure crying in the locker room for joy. And it was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of, to see that reaction from our kids. So we're definitely excited for that opportunity.
With what little you've said about what you can expect about Marquette, how do you feel that you might be matching up against this team for the tournament?
I think, you know, we look at Marquette without actually seeing them on video, pretty similar to Wichita State in size and their physical ability, but maybe a little bit different because they have a couple more kids that we feel we can key on a little bit more, but very big and physical. So, you know, we've played a lot of big physical teams. You know, we just, our philosophy is, and with the team that we have this year, we have to fight really hard on defense, get a lot of touches, try to force teams into hitting shots that they don't have, and that's kind of been our philosophy and the way we've played all year, and I think that's definitely the way we'll have to play against Marquette.
I think I counted there were just 4 players on this year's team that were at least on the team in 2012, and none of them played in an NCAA tournament match. How important is it for this year's team to be able to get that experience now?
Well, you know, it's the interesting thing is, I think when people make the commitment to come and come to our program and be a part of it, they have that expectation. They want to be in the NCAA tournament. We've had a lot of opportunities to be a part of that. So it's really awesome that some of these kids get that experience finally. You know, we getting too far away from it. You don't want them to forget about what it's like to be able to go there. You know, you don't really realize how awesome an opportunity it is until you have it, and then you don't have it another year. So very excited that these kids get to see what this is all about.
I know your players aren't necessarily familiar with the sports pavilion, but obviously you and your staff are. How much does that help the preparation when you have a familiar venue? Yeah,
I mean, our kids that are here now haven't played in that venue, but it's an amazing place to play. It'll be a great volleyball atmosphere. Our staff is obviously, like you said, very familiar with it. We had a great relationship with Minnesota and have played a lot of matches there over the years. So as a staff, we're very comfortable with it. We think the practice in the McLeod Center will definitely help us for that facility. All right, thank you.